think the sole purpose of the Student Government Association is to bring student concerns, student issues to light to faculty and to the administration. Without a Student Government Association, a lot of the complaints and concerns that students have on campus, they wouldn't be heard, especially not as loudly as they are on Western's campus, because Western is a very, very student-oriented campus, and so whenever the Student Government Association writes legislation and asks the administration to do something, they're extremely receptive to what we're asking them to do.
My name is Michael Wade Quigley. I am the student member to the Board of Trustees at Western Illinois University. There are quite a few things that I think have had a lasting positive change or will have a lasting positive change, including particularly the Student Bill of Rights, which was a big initiative last year, which really spelled out all of the things that a student at Western should be able to expect, and that's something that's used in recruitment materials now. And it essentially is a contract almost between the administration, the students, and the faculty, where if you come to Western, you can expect to be treated the following ways, and this is how faculty will treat you, this is how the administration will treat you, and this is what they expect from you, etc. I think that was probably something that I hope in the future will be looked back on as something that really positively affected the student body at Western.
My name is Will Gradle. I'm the president of the Student Government Association. So we did the State of the Student Address for a couple different reasons. The first reason is we wanted to bring a little bit of elevated voice to SGA, make sure that students know that they have an organization looking out for their interests and advocating those interests, but also to bring greater attention to the budgetary impasse and the effects that it has on students and the community and the university, and making sure that students are aware of all those different issues, because there are some students who still don't know that we have a budget impasse and we haven't received our $50 million from the state and then $11 million in the form of MAP grants, and the university or the state is holding on to the $80 million for the Center for Performing Arts. And so it's important to articulate those issues and keep it fresh on everyone's mind, and we thought that would be the most effective means to do that.
My name is Jacob Tomlinson, and I am the Speaker of the Senate for the Student Government Association. Prior to becoming the Speaker of the Senate, I was a Senator at Large, which just means that I represented the student body as a whole rather than representing a particular organization. And one of the things that I accomplished while I was a Senator at Large is I noticed that students, particularly walking and biking in the quad, they didn't have like a clear pathway, specifically for the bikes, didn't have a clear pathway. And I noticed that sometimes bikers would be weaving in and out of different groups of people, potentially creating a dangerous situation. So I thought that maybe that was a concern that I could bring up to SGA. And so I did. And I worked with the Director of Facilities Management, Mr. Scott Coker, on creating bike lanes in the quad. And so after I did that, now there is a much safer path for both pedestrians and for bikers. If a student wants some certain change to happen on campus to improve quality of life for students, SGA is there for them, and SGA is the body that will ultimately help you talk to the administration, get you in touch with the people that are going to make the change that you want to happen.
So I think that there are a couple different things that I like specifically about being in SGA. One is working with a whole variety of students. One of the beauties of the legislative branch is the fact that it represents a whole swath of our campus, whether it's the International Friendship Club or Unity, the residence halls, the colleges. It's very diverse, which I think in and of itself is rewarding, and it provides me different perspectives to think about student issues. But also I really enjoy working on behalf of the students and advocating for them, and making sure that their voice is heard, and making sure that it's heard to the administration, to faculty, and lately to the state government.
For students to get involved in the higher levels, to get elected into those positions, all they have to do is express interest in those said positions. So we offer out packets in the OSA where a student can go and check out a packet for whatever position he's interested in, and then he just needs to go to the community, so Western's community, the students, and they need an X amount of signatures. It's always set by the CSER committee, and then once that student gets those signatures, they turn their packet in, and then their name will be placed on the ballot to be running for those positions at the end of the year.
What do you want to see change? You have to put thought and action behind it, and SGA is the body that does that.